Well, good evening, folks. Welcome back to the farm. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening out here this evening, and we are going to take advantage of it. But first, there's something we got to get done, and that is we got to put 2 pigs in the freezer. So this year we raised 4 pigs. We sold 2, and we kept 2, and we just picked these up from Lawrence's butcher shop in Dawson Creek here today. And I got to make all that fit into that freezer. It's going to be a challenge. I hope you're good at Jenga, hey? But bacon, that's what's awesome about this. Anyways, we've done this before. We've had homegrown bacon, homegrown pork. And what does it really cost to do it? Well, it's pretty good breakdown actually. So we purchased the wiener pigs for $125 a piece. And then it cost about, $250 to feed them each. And then to butcher was about, close an average for a 250 pound pig was about $350 for cut and wrap. And, we got some ground, we got some ham done, we got some bacon done, but just a general cut sheet done for a pig that's 250 pounds was $350. So the one pig, I did a full conventional cut and wrap. And then the second pig, we did the bacon and then we cut the loins out of it. And then I ground the rest so that I can make some sausage. So pretty excited about that. I love my sausage. So when we butchered the pigs, we told the butcher we want to keep everything. We want nothing to go to waste. So all the fat, all the trimmings, all the, the heart and the liver and all, send it home. And whatever we don't eat, we'll make use of it as dog food. Here's why it's really important not to feed your pigs over 250 pounds. This entire box, this is a box that we paid for to process, right? And you pay for it whether you keep it or not, but a whole box of fat trimmings. So we're gonna feed that to the dog. It's not gonna go to waste. But if you can imagine, if you're paying per pound to process a pig, after you get to 250 pounds, you're really just putting more and more fat on that pig. You're not actually putting a lot of muscle on that pig. And so what you're paying for is trimmings. And especially if you don't have a use for it, if you can't, render this down to lard, or like I say, use it for dog food or whatever you're gonna do with it, turn it into soap, what have you. That's a lot of waste. You're paying for the feed, then you're paying for the butcher, and then do you have a use for it at the end of it? So maybe, just maybe, you're wondering, hey, if I raise my own pigs in my backyard or on my homestead or on my farm, just how much bacon could I get? Well, I'll tell you what, pig 255, I don't know what pig name that was, but pig 255 got 2 boxes of bacon. This box is 5.14 kilos, so like 10 pounds of bacon. And the other box is 5.94 kilos, so like 12 pounds of bacon. And then pig 256, that box is 6.2 kilos. And then the other one looks to be just as big underneath of it. So that's a pretty good yield. So I think I mentioned earlier that we had big plans for the evening. Those plans probably didn't involve being broke down with a square baler. Thank you, New Holland, for such a wonderful evening. So what we got going on here is keep blowing shear pins. And if I run this thing at any more than an idle, I'm blowing a shear pin. So when this bar comes forward and it goes to tie a knot, it seems like it's not quite sweeping back far enough. And then it hits up here, right? And so that just causes the shear pin to go bang and done. So what I'm trying to do is increase the tension on this cable a little bit here. I got it pulled back here or whatever, but I don't know. Maybe I got to lubricate some stuff up here, but this stuff looks like it hasn't been lubricated since the 1990s. Now this is like the neighbor's baler, and he said last month he just baled 400 bales with it, and it ran like a top. And now we made, according to the counter, we made 10 bales. And in 10 bales, we blew 4 shear pins. Except where, like I said, if I'm in second and low at an idle and I'm just walking along, and I mean at that point, I might as well get a mule and a pitchfork out here, and nobody's got time for that. So we're gonna get some crescent wrenches, adjust the tension there, that spring tension, see if we can pull it back a little further, and we're gonna get the round baler in here. This little bit of second cut, I mean, it's just a wisp. It's just a wisp, right? We'll maybe get 2-3 round bales off here. The hope was to get maybe 50, 75. I don't even know how many square bales guy could get off just for feeding in the barn, right? It's nice to have square bales in the barn because it's just less mess, less waste, less shenanigans, less of a shit show. But if I'm going to trade the shit show that I have later to have one right now, I'm not going to pick the one right now. That is for sure. So the father-in-law is bringing the round baler over. The wife's bringing the crescent wrenches. He can get started on baling. I'll add some tension. And if I can get this thing into third gear at more than 1400 RPM and actually start chucking some bales out the back, then that's great. We'll have a race. The race will be on. But as it stands right now, I'm not a fan. All right, so I'm back at it. Got new shear pins in. Put a little more tension on that cable. Got the tractor on, we're up to about 1200. Second low, just cruising. See if we can make a handful of bales here before I get, a little too rammy with it. All right, well, I got a handful of bales out here now. Grab one more gear, another couple hundred RPM. No banging, no clanging, no snapping noises. Guess I'm a heavy-duty mechanic now. Girls eating hay like a fat ewe right now. That's perfect. Just the way we want it. Drag racing. Between the stock trailer, square baler,